Hey y'all, okay, welcome back for part three. For the love of cookie, by the way, hey. I'm like, you know what? I'm over this gym session. People at the gym don't want me here. Fine, whatever, right? So I go home. I let him know that there was an issue with the tire, and I was like, "Do you want me to fix it?" He was just like, "No, I'll fix it." You know, like being the man, he's like, "I'll take care of it. I'll fix it." And I was just like, "Okay, cool." So during that time, what I did is I just like Uber to the gym, right? I would Uber to the gym, and which I was annoyed at because it was like going through my savings, but I was like, whatever. So I Uber to the gym, to the gym to do my personal workout, then Uber down to the gym. I was doing my training, and then I Uber back to the house. Or like in between lunch breaks, back and forth. So I was doing a lot of Ubering. Is my point. Um, then I was like, you know what, for cardio, so that way I can like cut down on some of like my Ubering. I'll get a bike, I'll ride my bike to the gym so that way I can get my cardio in, and that way I can just get there closer to the time that I do my clients, and I'll just like go from there or whatever, right? So that's what I ended up doing. Well, him and I had like got into it, and I was just like, you know what, you're not really opening up to me, you're not telling me what's going on, you're kind of just like not talking to me and avoiding me. And I'm like, you know what? I appreciate you giving me the car, but at this point, I don't even want it. Like, even though I didn't have a car, I was like, you know what? I don't even want it. I'll figure it out. Well, I ended up, getting a car. And so I drove over to his place, and I was just gonna put the key in the mailbox, but he had like one of those gates, and the door was open. So I saw he was there, so I just walked up and knocked on the gate, and was just like, "Hey, here are keys." And he was like, "Well, where's the car?" I was like, "It's still at my place." And we kind of got into it, and like after I broke up with him, then he was like, "Oh, I was going through all this stuff, because of my dad and this and that and blah blah blah." And I'm like, well, when I was reaching out to you or calling you, why didn't you say that? Literally, why were you ignoring me? And he didn't have an answer really. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I am sorry. I'll pray for your dad, but like, you not communicating with me for like a month. Literally didn't communicate with me for a month, and I still had this man's car. I was like, you're not communicating with me for a month is like quite weird. Now, granted, I could have just kept the car. I really could have just kept the car. He gave it to me, but I felt weird because I'm like, this technically really isn't my car. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I'm still a good person, a good Samaritan. So I gave him the car back. And like one time I was leaving the house, and me and my sister were gonna go to the movies. And when I walk out the front door, I see his best friend Sam like going into the alley, and I was like, Sam? So now I look, and Sam's parked like he's getting into his car, driving down the alley, and I was like, okay, why is he here? And then I look to the right, and oh boy is literally standing in the middle of the street. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I see a tow truck, and he's like, he's towing the car to get to his place. So I call his name, and then we just like look at each other, and I was like, okay. And then we get in the car, and we were supposed to go to the movies, and I was just like, that was so weird and so bizarre. And like he did it broad daylight in the middle of the day. He wanted me to see him. And it's just like, okay, I saw you. I saw you. But like, you can't get in your feelings when I didn't know what was going on with your family or any of that stuff for a month. You literally, not like, hey, I'm going through some stuff, I just need a little space. Nothing. Everything was cool. Then randomly just stopped talking to me. And I'm like, I was talking to my homegirl. I was like, he definitely gave me this card to just like hold me down, like a, hey, and it's just like, okay, it's cool that you want to come back, but like, communicate. Communication means everything to me. Okay, loyalty, communication, then gifts. But no, seriously.